In last video we discussed about the elements of creation, how the Satya has become this reality from either air, fire, water and earth element, and how they are created, what are the modes of action, and what are the generation and dissolution cycle of the elements of creation. In this video we are going to discuss about the insulation cycle and the life promoting cycle of elements of creation coming up. Namaste and welcome to Vedic Astrology channel. I am your host Prasad Mahazani, help you go further faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. In last video we discussed about the elements of creation, right from that Sat to Manas to the 5 elements and how they are generated and how they are dissolved. So the generation cycle and the dissolution cycle we have discussed in last 2 parts. If you have not watched that video, I'll put a link. Go watch that video so that you will have a better understanding of this video. Okay, we are in part 3 of understanding the elements of creation as well as how do they interact with each other. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the life promoting cycle and the insulating cycle. Let's discuss about the insulating cycle. We have 5 elements of creation, either air, fire, water and earth. Either is ruled by Jupiter, air is ruled by Saturn, fire is ruled by Mars, Venus is ruled by water element is ruled by Venus and earth element is ruled by Mercury, and all other details we have discussed it in part 1. Okay, today we are focusing on the insulating cycle. What happens when we have an insulating cycle, how this insulating cycle works. Out of 5 elements, suppose we have one element which is kind of weak. So how the balance is maintained, what happens with the other elements. So in insulating cycle, the element which is weak will be generated by some element, right? Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Suppose you have air element weak in your horoscope. So what happens with that is, as air element is generated by the ether element and air element is weak, either element becomes excessive, and as either element becomes excessive, it harms this air element. So this has an insulating effect. That's it. This is what it has to the insulating cycle. Suppose we have either element which is very weak in our horoscope. So what happens is the Mercury will get excessive. Okay, in this example, when we have weak either element, our faith and our belief will shatter. We won't have that wisdom, and what will happen with this is we'll start feeling insecure. So we'll be more materialistic. What are these qualities? These are the earthy qualities which are of Mercury. Are you getting this? This is how it works. Either element is weak, so earth element gets excessive and it hurts this either element. Once you are insecure, you are materialistic, you can't have that higher wisdom, you can't have that faith. Let's take another example. If you have deficient air element, what will happen in this case is you will rely too much on the faith and belief and you won't act on it. You won't have the sense of duty towards the faith you have. Okay, similarly you can apply this to all the elements, and for that you can check out what each element represents, and then you can check which element is weak, how is going to affect. Okay, this is very helpful. So this was an insulating cycle, and then there is a life promoting cycle. Life promoting cycle is air, water, ether, fire and earth. These are the 5 elements. Okay, ether creates fire, creates earth, generates, either promotes to fire, fire promotes to earth, earth promotes to air, air promotes to water and water promotes to the ether element in the life processing cycle. Don't get confused with the generation cycle. Generation cycle is different, life processing cycle is different, insulating cycle is different. And when you understand all these cycles, basically these cycles are very important in terms of medical astrology. Which element is weak? This is very helpful in the medical astrology. Once you know the weak element, you know the root cause of the problem, the disease. Okay, so this element is very important. The study of elements is very much important in medical astrology. But apart from it, it spreads over to the all the significations. So this is not only restricted to the medical astrology, but it works for other significations as well. This was life promoting cycle and insulating cycle in the part 3 of understanding the elements of creation and Vedic astrology. Okay, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting a lot more interesting videos on Vedic astrology, which will help you get the deep insights into the Vedic astrological studies and help you decode the Vedic astrological secrets. Also, I'm going to put a link into the description section for a PDF document so that you can download that, read that and watch this video again and again. That will help you understand these concepts better. This was 5 elements of creation, as much as I could grasp, hold and share with you guys. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video. Keep watching Brahmanic Astrology channel. Hit that like button. See you in the next video. Love and peace.